I guess all I'm trying to say is that at least they breath smells like sweet potato pie instead of all that other stuff. So they told me about it. I thought it was hilarious. You will need about 3 tablespoons of nutmeg. You don't want to use too much because it actually will sting the tongue a little bit, but just enough to give it that taste. I do that. You're gonna need, and if I say about for 4 yams, I will at least put, I say about 1/3 cup of vanilla flavor. I love this stuff. I put this in cakes. I put this in all kinds of pie mix. I love vanilla flavor. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. So we're not stopping there. It ain't a sweet potato pie unless it's sweet, right? So you're gonna need 1/4 cup of white sugar. So sunny and you, if you wanted the moonlight, I'd give you that too. Yes. We want it sweet. We want it sweet. If you wanted the moonlight, I'd give you that too. Yes. We want it sweet. We want it sweet. Now, all you have to do is whip this up and blend it until it's good and smooth. And see how my blender just glassed through that because I had boiled the yams until they was really soft. And you know I love a yam. I love me a yam, baby. So you just blend this up until it gets velvety smooth, okay? Yeah. I love these chitlin heads. What is it, sweet potato pie and cornbread? Hot water cornbread. Anywho, you blend it up softly. You blend it up and kind of get it real creamy. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just a beautiful day. Anyway, I took the liberty. You melt a stick and a half of butter for every 4 sweet potato pies. You see? I melted me some pretty butter. This show wouldn't even be called I Got Butter. You can't even see it here, can you? Yeah, you see that? I melt it real good and then I add my cinnamon. I do it this way. Be sure to take baking powder. You're going to need about 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Put that with your butter and your cinnamon. Stir it up in there. Or you can use maybe 1/4 cup of cold water and 2 tablespoons of that and whisk it. Then pour it into the butter because it helps your pie rises. It helps pancake rises, biscuits rises. So don't forget to add that in there. No, you're not. You're going to need about 1/2 cup of Karo syrup. Now, I use dark Karo syrup, but if you have light, you can use that too. I like the dark because I like how it gives it the color of, kind of remind you of wintertime, the autumn. I love that orange, brown, rust look. And I can eyeball 1/4 cup. That's how long I've been making of Karo syrup. After the Karo syrup, You will be needing nutmeg. Now, that's a little story about this nutmeg. Tell me why I get a phone call from a dear old friend of mine. And they told me people has been huffing and smoking and rolling up nutmeg. And that you can't just go to the store anymore and get nutmeg without showing your ID. Now, they've gone too far. That's just too far. No wonder why when people make sweet potato pie, they make a whole lot of them. Because you can easily get addicted to ground nutmeg. Excuse me. So, I guess all I'm trying to say is that at least they breath smells like sweet potato pie. Instead of all that other stuff. So, they told me about it, I thought it was hilarious. You will need about 3 tablespoons of nutmeg. You don't want to use too much because it actually will sting the tongue a little bit. But just enough to give it that taste. I do that. You're going to need, and if I say about, for 4 yams, I will at least put, I say about 1/3 cup of vanilla flavor. I love this stuff. I put this in cakes. I put this in all kinds of pie mix. I love vanilla flavor. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. So, we're not stopping there. It ain't a sweet potato pie unless it's sweet, right? So you're going to need 1/4 cup of white sugar. You want it sweet. Now, all you have to do is whip this up and blend it until it's good and smooth. And see how my blender just glassed through them because I had boiled the yams until they was really soft. And you know I love a yam. I love me a yam, baby. So you just blend this up until it gets velvety smooth, okay? Yeah. I love these chitlin heads. What is it, sweet potato pie and cornbread? Hot water cornbread. Anywho, you blend it up softly. You blend it up and kind of get it real creamy. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just a beautiful day. Anyway, I took the liberty. You melt 1.5 sticks of butter for every 4 sweet potato pies. You see? I melted me some pretty butter. This show wouldn't even be called I Got Butter. You can't even see it here, can you? Yeah, see that? I melt it real good and then I add my cinnamon. I do it this way because it gets evenly in the pie that way. If you just sprinkle it on, I noticed that it comes out in clumps. It'll come out in clumps. So I add to my butter. Yeah, that helps divide evenly throughout your pie. Now you're gonna need just a quarter's worth. You're gonna need a quarter's worth of cinnamon. So I guess, let me see, I'm putting it to where you can understand. You're gonna need 4 tablespoons of cinnamon. See, when I put that in there, if you can see that, it separates easier. It's beautiful. See, if I had just sprinkled that in there, it would clunk up in the pie. So when you whip it with the butter, it comes out like this. So therefore, it's going to blend smoothly and evenly throughout my sweet potato pie. Now, I always tell everyone, the sample taste their food. If it tastes like it needs a little bit more sugar, then you can add a little bit more sugar. But for every half a cup of sugar that you add in, be sure to put 1/4 brown sugar. Because it helps keep its color and it has solid, makes it good and solid. So now I'm whipping up my cinnamon butter. And I heard they make cinnamon butter nowadays. But I've been making cinnamon butter for years, honey. For years. It's yeah. It's see how smooth. You see how smooth this is? Yeah. You blend that evenly. Make sure you got your oven preheated to 350. Now my sweet potato pie is blended up all smoothly. Now, look how many pies you get. Some of you guys who don't use all of it, freeze it. And make sweet potato pies as you want. As much as you want, baby, throughout the holiday. I put a couple extras in my freezer. Yeah, dude. I give me some wax paper, put it down, so whenever someone wants a sweet potato pie, all I gotta do is pop it in up. Yes. Now, if it's not as smooth as you like, you can either pop it in the microwave for the sweet potatoes to get softer if you have that problem. But in the pie itself, the oven, after you preheat your oven to 350, but when you bake this oven is going to also make the pie smoother. You want to leave about an inch, about 2 inches, maybe 3, away from the top of the pie because sweet potato pie rises. And you know what I forgot? A pinch of baking powder. One moment. Just look at my sweet potato pie. And after I've let this cook until it got brown, it took about 30 minutes. Anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes. Depends on how deep your dish is. You'll have a beautiful sweet potato pie. Ooh, and it smells so good. So, out of them, whatever I had, 1, 2, 3, 4, I think I had like 4 yams. Out of 4 huge yams, I got 5 sweet potato pies. So until next time, smoochie sugar. Mwah.